Sheni, Perek Gimel, Mishnah Yud Bet. Mishnah 12, 12th Mishnah, and the third chapter of Maaser Sheni. So we're going to talk about, nowadays, it's very interesting. When you buy something, it comes with a container. I buy hand cream. I don't think about the container. The container comes with the hand cream. Everything is cheap. But back then, it wasn't necessarily that way. So the question is, if I have Maaser Sheni, and I want to do chilul on money, do I have to count the value of the bottle as well? So says the Mishnah. Hamashil kankanim the Maaser Sheni. I lend. The word mashil means to lend, from shoel. I lend my kankanim, my jug, my bottles, for my Maaser Sheni, because I have to take off Maaser Sheni. But then what I'm going to do is then I'm going to designate Maaser Sheni. Excuse me. And then I'm going to transfer the kedusha onto money and take the money to Yerushalayim. So do I have to count only the value of the wine or the bottles itself? So it says the Mishnah, if I'm mashil, af al pi shegafan, laguf means to close them, to seal them, really to cork them. Even though I cork them, lo kana maaser, because since then it's lo kana maaser, maaser did not acquire the value of the bottles themselves. Okay? It says the Bar Tanura, stam pihen, satam pihen b'migufa, that's a cork or a seal. Lo kana maaser, lo nitfas kankan b'kedushat maaser. The kankan, the bottle, the jug, is not called kadosh. But, and now we're going to learn this according to the Bar Tanura. The Rambam learns this in a different way. If you wanted to read it according to the Rambam, you could look at the Kahati. Zalaf litochan stam. So the Bar Tanura says zalaf litochan stam means hichnis litochan yain shel tevel. I just poured wine into. There's not a Maaser Sheni wine now. I take wine. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take the wine and take it from the gat, from the wine press, and then we're pouring it into bottles. We're bottling the wine. Once I have bottles of the wine, then I'm going to designate this is Truma, this is Maaser, this is Maaser Sheni. So zalaf means to lizlof means to drip in. So you dripped it in from the wine press. Stam, you didn't say, it's like tevel. Ad shelo gafan kan lo kana maaser. So if I want to transfer it, so if before I do the bottling, I say that's Truma, that's Maaser Sheni. So that's going to be Maaser Sheni before I do the corking and before I close the bottles. And then I'm going to transfer the Maaser Sheni to my money. Even before I can do anything, then lo kana maaser. Then the maaser is not koneh, it didn't acquire the value of the kankanim, of the jars, of the jugs. But mishe gafan, if I corked it first, and then I designate maaser, then kana maaser. Okay, it says about Tanura, I mishe gafan. After I close the bottles with the seal, with the cork, karashe maaser, then I'm designating maaser, then kana maaser, then nitfasa kankan b'kedushat maaser, then the kankan has kedushat maaser, v'ta'un chilul k'mo hayayin, then I have to designate, transfer the value of the wine plus the bottle. And the wine bottle was more valuable. If you think about it, nowadays we assume that the wine comes with the bottle, but it wasn't always like that. You went to the wine guy and you brought your bottle, like you went to the milk guy, you brought your milk bottle, and that was the value. So including the value of the kankan was a significant expense. So therefore people, I'm sure, were rather careful to transfer the value of the wine before they closed sealed the bottles. Okay? Another halacha related to this issue. Ad shelo gafan olot be'echad u'beme'ah. Let's say I have a truma, a bottle of truma. So I designated them. What happened was I closed the bottles. I took the wine from the wine press. I filled all the bottles up from Teva. And I said, okay, these 2 bottles are Truma, and these 10 bottles are Maaser, etc., etc. So I have these 2 Truma bottles. And then they get mixed up. Okay, then I don't know which one. Wait, I mix up the Truma with all the rest of my bottles. So therefore the Mishnah says, Ad shelo gafan, if I haven't sealed the bottles yet, olot be'echad u'beme'ah. If, remember, Truma is batel 1 to 100. So if I have 200 bottles for my 2 bottles, then they're batel. Olot here means they're batel. Olot be'echad u'beme'ah. Imitared kankan shel truma b'me'ah kankanim shel chulin. It's mixed 1 to 100. V'lo yapiem satun b'megufa, and they're not sealed. Then chashvin ki'ilu kulam u'ravot zu bazu. And then they're all mixed together. Since they're not sealed, you can see it as all one big mixture, and therefore they're all mixed together, and then it's batel. Be'olot, it's batel. But the Mishnah continues. Umi shegafan. But if you had already sealed them, mekachot b'chol shein. In one bottle, it's never batel. Why? The Kati says it's called a davar chashuv. Okay, it's something significant. It's a anything that's davar chashuv is eno batel. A sealed bottle of wine is a davar chashuv and it's not batel. Final halacha. Iman shelo gafam. If I didn't seal them yet, I want to take truma. So I have all of my bottles of tevel together. I want to take off truma. So I didn't bottle them yet. Torei me'achat al hakol. And I can take truma from one bottle on all of them because they're all considered mixed in together. Okay? I can take truma from one bottle before I close them. Okay? But if I already closed the bottles, then torei mikol achat ve'achat. Then I have to take from each bottle, each kankan, each jug of wine. I have to take from each one because each one is considered the davar chashuv. Not only that, it's the davar chashuv. Each one is considered a separate, I would say, storage of wine. And the reason is the Bartenura says, okay, Torei mikol achad techashiv mukaf. We've learned this idea before, that when you take off truma, it has to be mina mukaf, from the adjacent storehouse. I can't take from my truma here I can't take from my produce here in, if I'm in Yad Binyamin, on produce in Elkanah. Or the other way around. It has to be adjacent, associated. And wine in different jugs, sealed bottles, are not mina mukaf. So therefore, I have to take off truma from each individual one. So knowing that, I'm sure you would know that people who are wine processors would be very careful not to bottle the wine until the Kriyat Shem, until it took off Maaser, and make sure that it wouldn't be batel. Because once you bottled, you would have to be very sure you knew which was which, because you could no longer rely on bittul, and you could no longer take off from one on the rest of the bottles. We'll stop here. Okay, to learn to the memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. And if you have any comments or questions, always email me at rspolter@gmail.com. Have a good day.